Have you ever wondered if something as humble as castor oil could support your health as a man over 60? Most men haven't. In fact, it's often seen as something you'd find in your grandmother's cabinet. But here's where it gets interesting. This ancient oil may hold untapped potential for men's health, especially when it comes to circulation, comfort, and yes, even intimacy. Castor oil is extracted from the seeds of the castor plant. It's been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine for everything from muscle pain to inflammation. But recently, urologists and wellness experts are taking a closer look at it, not just for digestion or skin, but for male vitality, especially in the years after 60, when many men start to feel changes in energy, drive, and comfort. Now, let's be very clear. Castor oil is not a magic potion. It's not going to replace your medications or act like some miracle cure. But what we're seeing is a pattern. Men who use castor oil responsibly and consistently are reporting benefits in areas linked to blood flow, testicular health, and even reduced aches in the pelvic region. And as we'll explore in the next sections, there's solid science behind why that might be happening. Why does this matter for you? Because after 60, many men notice the slow shift. Circulation isn't what it used to be. Things feel a bit slower physically, mentally, and intimately. Hormones naturally decline, and simple activities don't feel as easy. But here's the twist. Sometimes the smallest, most overlooked things like castor oil can make a big difference when added to your wellness routine. The secret connection between castor oil and blood flow. Let's get straight to the point. Good blood flow means good function, especially for men over 60. When circulation starts to slow down, everything from energy to intimacy can feel the difference. And here's where castor oil quietly steps in. Now you're probably asking, how can an oil I've never even thought about help with blood flow? It starts with racinic acid, the natural anti-inflammatory agent. It penetrates deep into the skin and underlying tissues. When applied topically over key areas like the lower abdomen or inner thighs, it can stimulate local circulation. That means better blood flow to the pelvic region, an area critical for men's performance, energy, and confidence. And here's something interesting. Some urologists now recommend castor oil packs as a natural way to support circulation in the lower body. You simply soak a clean cloth in warm castor oil, place it over your lower abdomen for 20 to 30 minutes, and relax. It's simple, it's non-invasive, and many men report feeling more energized and relaxed afterward. There's another way castor oil may help, by reducing inflammation around the blood vessels. When blood vessels are inflamed or constricted due to age, diet, or stress, blood flow is limited. Over time, that can affect intimacy, stamina, and even mood. Castor oil, thanks to its anti-inflammatory and mildly detoxifying effects, helps keep those vessels healthier and more flexible. A quick note here, this isn't a replacement for medications like tadalafil or blood pressure drugs if your doctor has prescribed them, but it can be a supportive step, a gentle nudge you add to your routine. Think of it like tuning up an old car engine. It still runs, but with a bit of oil in the right place, it'll purr again. So if you're looking for a natural nudge in the right direction, especially in the intimacy department, this might be the missing piece. The link between castor oil and male vitality. Let's be honest, when most men hear the word testosterone, they think of power, energy, confidence, and yes, intimacy. But after 60, testosterone naturally declines. That's just part of the aging process. You may notice you don't feel as driven, motivated, or alive as you once did. But here's the surprise. Castor oil may support this hormonal shift in ways no one talks about. Now, I want to be very clear. We're not saying castor oil increases testosterone directly like a supplement or injection would. That would be misleading. But research shows that castor oil can improve the environment around the testes and adrenal glands where key hormones like testosterone and DHEA are made. Let me break it down in simple terms. When you apply castor oil over the lower abdomen, especially around the groin area, without applying directly to sensitive areas, it helps reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, two major enemies of healthy testosterone production. By doing that, it creates a more relaxed and functional environment in your body. And when your body isn't fighting inflammation all the time, your hormones can work more efficiently. Here's another reason this matters. Castor oil can support lymphatic drainage. What's that? Your lymphatic system is like your body's internal cleanup crew. It removes waste, toxins, and excess fluid. But as we age, it can slow down, especially around the abdomen and pelvis. When that happens, it adds pressure on nearby organs, including those involved in hormone production. Castor oil packs are believed to stimulate lymph flow, which in turn may help free up hormonal pathways. This means your body isn't being blocked as much physically or chemically. And the bonus, some studies suggest castor oil may influence the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, the system that regulates your testosterone levels. Again, we're not talking about huge spikes, but small natural improvements that add up. The best part? It's gentle, non-hormonal, and doesn't interfere with your current medications or testosterone treatments if you're on any. You're simply giving your body a healthier base to work from. Restoring comfort and confidence. Here's something many men silently deal with but rarely talk about: discomfort during intimacy after 60. Changes in circulation, hormone levels, and even daily habits can lead to tightness, dryness, or sudden inflammation in areas that were once smooth and responsive. And it's not just physical. This can create hesitation, lower confidence, and even avoidance of connection.
But what if I told you castor oil could quietly help bring that comfort back? Now again, no magic tricks here, but castor oil's natural anti-inflammatory and skin-soothing properties make it an ideal topical support for aging men. When used safely and externally, it helps relax the surrounding tissues, improve local blood flow, and soften the fascia, the connective tissue around muscles. Let's say you've been sitting more often, moving less, or feeling occasional tightness in your lower abdomen, hips, or upper thighs. That tightness can affect your pelvic floor and, believe it or not, your performance. Castor oil, when applied to those external areas, can soften and loosen the fascia, which may relieve tension that interferes with sensation or comfort. And there's more. Castor oil is deeply moisturizing. If you've ever experienced mild dryness or irritation around the groin or inner thighs, especially during hot weather or after workouts, castor oil's emollient effect creates a soothing barrier. It hydrates, nourishes, and promotes a more relaxed experience, especially during moments of intimacy. But remember, it's for external use only. Never apply castor oil directly to sensitive tissues or inside the body. Use it on the lower abdomen, thighs, and hips for best results. You can warm it slightly in your hands or with a cloth to enhance absorption. Also, if you've been feeling discomfort, not just during intimacy, but even in everyday sitting or movement, don't ignore it. It could be muscular tension, lymphatic sluggishness, or local inflammation. Castor oil is a gentle tool to help manage all three naturally. The daily habit to transform your health. So far, we've covered circulation, hormones, and comfort. But Section 5 is the one most men skip, and they're missing the most powerful daily habit of all. Stay with me. This last tip could quietly upgrade your health in just 5 minutes a day. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of the curve. Most men have no idea castor oil could play a role in supporting intimacy, circulation, and hormonal balance. But here's the real power move: turning it into a daily ritual. I'm going to show you a simple, safe, and effective castor oil practice that takes just 5 minutes a day. And many men over 60 are quietly using it to feel more relaxed, more responsive, and more confident than they've felt in years. Here's how it works. Each evening, just before bed, take a small amount of high-quality cold-pressed castor oil, about a teaspoon. Warm it slightly in your palms and gently massage it into the lower abdomen, thighs, and hip creases. These areas are rich in blood vessels, lymph nodes, and fascia that connect directly to pelvic and hormonal health. Use slow, circular motions. Let your muscles relax. Breathe deeply. You're not just applying oil. You're activating circulation, calming inflammation, and helping your body reset after the stress of the day. Think of it like a tune-up before rest. Over time, this can support better blood flow, reduce stiffness, and even help you sleep deeper, another key for testosterone production. Now, some men prefer using a castor oil pack instead. That's where you soak a piece of flannel or cloth with castor oil, place it on your lower abdomen, cover it with a towel, and relax for 30 to 45 minutes. You can do this 2 to 3 times a week. It's passive, easy, and surprisingly comforting. And here's the part most men miss. Consistency matters more than quantity. You don't need to drench yourself in oil or expect overnight changes. The goal is to add a small daily ritual that works with your body. After a few weeks, many men report feeling looser in their hips, more relaxed in their pelvic region, and even more in the mood than they felt in years. And let's not forget your mindset matters too. When you take time for your body, even just 5 minutes a night, it signals your brain to slow down, to focus, to restore. That's where true vitality begins. If this helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, subscribe to the channel for more expert tips, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this today. Your health isn't over at 60. In many ways, it's just beginning. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.